So we went to Kentucky to pick up another Tercel because we have an addiction with buying junk. We ended up going to Cletus and Cars on Saturday because that was a planned trip. That's why we're burnt.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, it's gonna be. But we decided to squeeze in a Tercel pickup on the way. We snuck down to Wilmore, Kentucky on the way home Sunday night to pick up another car. For $250, couldn't pass it up. Turns out this car is a North Carolina car, so it's pretty mint underneath. So of course you gotta buy it. It's a rust-free Tercel, and you just can't find it. But yeah, I guess the only story I got on this car is that it was left abandoned at some random apartment complex parking lot. So I guess it sat there for God knows how long. And then the owner of the apartment complex was finally able to consider it abandoned and had it sent to a scrapyard. Well, the guy we got it off of bought the car from the junkyard so it wouldn't get crushed, so he could get parts off of it to fix his car. So there was a few things missing, like he wanted the driver fender, the front bumper, grill, headlight bezels, and the hood, and a couple other odds and ends. Not really a big deal. So for the price, I really don't care. We'll fix it. But we did video getting the car running because he didn't think we could get it running. I was determined to drive it on the trailer, so that's what we did. Needed a distributor because he said that one was all tore apart, so I just didn't really care to try to mess with it, so I just brought a whole spare. Threw it in the car and made it run. But we took videos of that, so you can see that. Whoops. So yeah, we'll put the videos of us tinkering with the car, looking like a bunch of idiots, loading the car up, and I'll end the sketchy driveway. Just you wait.
And my poor video quality. Next time I'll know to keep the phone turned the right way.
In 2 miles, take the I-76 US 224
Make sure you like
east exit
and
toward Akron.
subscribe. Bye.
Destination
This is tight.
Thought I was kidding, didn't you?
No, I had a feeling it was going to be bad, but oh my God. This is terrible. The things we do for cars.
Impressive.
I had to go over the rock a tiny bit. I can't do that with the car on there.
No.
Good thing this ain't like a two-wheel drive truck. We wouldn't have made that.
No. No, not at all.
I mean, look, it
It's
don't
just
even fit.
floating away. Oh my God, another sharp turn.
This is terrible. Oh, jeez. Could you imagine living here and getting snowy? This is really his house. It's a really nice house. The fun part's going to be going back now. Either this is his house or this is his neighbor's.
Looks like his neighbors.
And now I gotta be careful because we're not at his house.
Good thing, there's the car.
Well, one of them. That's not the one we're getting. We're getting the gray one.
Oh my Toyota. Holy. Look at the scratches.
Yeah, that's good for it. Fuck the Americans.
Don't worry about that paint. It's
Really?
brand new.
Yeah, it only nicked it.
Look at that Tercel.
Well, there's the one that he's fixing, I think.
It's beautiful.
I don't know where the gray one is.
Oh, look at that one over there. That's an old.
Oh, what is that Chevy? I forget what those are. That Chevy, what is that again?
That's actually made by Suzuki.
Oh, okay.
And that's got the highest gas mileage of any car ever sold in the U.S., including Priuses.
Really? What's it get?
I've gotten 65 out
Oh
of it.
my God.
And I can get 55 with the air conditioning on the freeway at 80 miles an hour.
Wow.
That's awesome.
What's it called?
It's just called a Chevy Sprint.
Sprint.
But the cool thing is they made, for 2 years, they made a version of it with a turbocharger, and they weigh nothing. They're about as much fun as you can have with your clothes on. They are unbelievably quick for a little tiny car.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's a 3-cylinder, 990cc engine.
I'll have to check that out. Yeah, that was the easy section, huh? Oh, man.
There's two more Tercels.
That's the one we're getting.
We're getting the one with no front
No
end.
front end.
Hells yeah.
Well, this one can set some records.
Yeah, I'd say for drive. Look at that. Oh, man. It's not deep. No, but boy, is this small.
Yeah, I've had a 10-yard dump truck through here.
So, but it's also,
Those that is level.
yeah, it's definitely not a hill.
And then we can go up that gate. Now, this is not my property. My property ends right here. I'm trying to buy this place. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like this would actually be really easy.
Well, now that I've watched you come up that hill, I agree with you. So let's just plan on it.
Yeah.
But I've had stuff way bigger than what you're going to have come through this path here.
Yeah, I know that's not an issue, yeah.
Okay, then let's just, done deal. We'll just make it.
Yeah, because I'm not going to lie, that's going to be miserable to get.
Okay. All right. Well, and you don't want to be worried about the grading.
Well, plus it ain't my trailer. It's already fucked up enough.
Right.
And fucked up it is.
It's a fun little trail, though. Imagine this being your driveway.
What's that?
Imagine this just being your driveway.
You'd have it graveled
You
10
prob-
times in a week.
I was telling her, I was like, man, if they got snow like we did down here, some of these roads would be just nasty.
You're like the Hatfields and the McCoys, right? So there used to be a house here, and it burned down And the guy that owned that house and the guy that owned our house got in a pissing match. And they were always fighting. So there's actually a driveway that cuts down there, gradually down to the road. But the guy that lived there owned a skid steer. They got in a fight, and he took and pushed, just closed, eliminated the driveway.
Oh, jeez.
So I've got a legal easement to that driveway. I've got a buddy with a bulldozer, and we keep talking about opening it back up.
A lot. Oh, that don't come with the car. That's good. Oh yeah, he does have that little tore part. Looks like it's got a fairly new starter in it.
It's got a new starter on it.
Okay. Ain't gonna matter. Probably ain't gonna leave it on the trip anyway.
Well, you can strap it down. I've got enough tie downs to do whatever you want. I think the starter's new, I think the fuel pump's new, and if you pop that air conditioner off, it looks like the carburetor, if it isn't new, at least somebody has cleaned it and gone through
That's
it.
definitely not factory. That's not the right alternator at all. That must be out of a Toyota pickup.
Well, look at it this way, at least you're getting that air conditioner bracket you needed.
Oh yeah, that doesn't look too old at all. All dry. Hey look, heat shield. I just got one in the mail for mine.
What was that?
A heat shield for the carb, yeah. Mine gets a little heat soaked when you're going through town on one day.
My, this silver van does that. I don't know, the other two don't do it, but this one does.
Good for now. Actually got pretty clean oil in it. Yeah, I mean, it ain't shit though. Does it spin over at all?
Yeah,
It turns.
it's not locked. Now it's just sitting.
So what we'll do is hope and pray that that hasn't been on it 10 times. Yeah, that's why I checked the oil.
I think it goes like that. I think the ports go forward.
Yeah. Yeah, but this gets,
You want to look at mine?
Yeah, I know where the timing mark is. I'm just trying to match it with the one that was in it and stick it back in. See if we get lucky.
No, I was wrong. They do not go forward. It's kind of up and back. On this one, at least.
Really, a plug on that? Need some love.
I want that Tercel.
That one's a nice one. With only 100,000 on the whole car too.
I want it.
Shit all over there. I realized there was a bunch of dirt down in there. I wondered if the points were bad in it or something. What are you talking about? That's a great smell. So, I
Put this on.
Okay.
If you want that one, you can take it off, but if you've already got them, you might.
I got a few.
Okay.
I have most of the parts laying around, but a buddy of mine, actually, I don't know if you know Luke Anthony on the page. He just bought one that's rusted to the moon, and he said, anything I need if we can get this car to go.
He and I have texted a couple times. I don't know him well. He's from the west side of Michigan.
Dirt down in there ain't no good. I should just put the other cap on.
So what is it you're doing?
I was gonna see if I can make it start.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. That's nice.
You know, I thought there was a cap and wires in here. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, they got.
How's that cap look?
It's not bad. That's a good one. Yeah, geez, they got the wiring all monkeyed. Alright, that's for the distributor. So this is the positive. I forget where these go.
Yeah.
All I was really gonna do is see if it'll even start, just to get it on the trail.
We're gonna push it.
Call me crazy, but
How confident are you?
you'd
that
be
it'll push it on the
surprised some of
trailer?
the junk that'll just fire right up.
Do I hear? Yeah, I hear my car. I'm very hard of hearing,
A buzzer.
and so stuff that just drives my son and my wife crazy. And I don't. Well, I'm fine. I don't hear it.
I thought I heard. It's humid.
It's pretty beat up, huh, babe?
Barn with grass. Oh, up over the headlights. And it was from Florida. So, but here's something else that's goofy. That van
Yes.
is this color. It's sun faded to silver. If you open the doors, you'll see it's this color inside.
That's wicked. It's crazy how the sun can do that.
You want me to grab some starting fluid or something?
I got gas.
Okay. My son will probably be home soon.
It's if the wiring ain't all destroyed. I see some cut wires. Yeah, I was actually originally going to buy this car when it was posted the first time because of the rust freeness of it.
I wish you had.
And the, well, my job,
We wouldn't be here today.
my job wouldn't let me.
What do you do?
Well, I don't work there anymore, but I used to work at Aaron's.
I'm sorry?
I worked at Aaron's, at like furniture rental appliance place.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I worked there, and yeah, they wouldn't let you a week notice tell them you're not going to be there. And the guy said if I couldn't come get it within a couple days, he had someone else interested. So I was like, I can't. So I had.
Well, you know, that's bullcrap because he held it for me for a long time.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't hold it for me.
Oh, I mean, it was 3 weeks before I picked it up.
Jeez, yeah, he wouldn't do that.
But I paid him for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was asking $500 for the car.
Yeah, and I paid that for it. They were really.
I am going to look at yours for the firing order on the wires because I honestly don't remember.
1342, I think.
Yeah, that's something weird.
Anyhow, so we
I
go
want
there,
that Tercel.
pick the car up, and it's a junkyard, but he lives there. Not in a house, just kind of in the office of the junkyard,
Weird.
along with his girlfriend, who weighs about 400 pounds.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I'll help you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So he's 65 years old. She's 35. But weighs about 400 pounds. And just, I mean, I heard banjo music listening the whole time I was there.
Yeah, this cap and plugs were off my car when I bought it. This distributor's the one Luke gave me.
Yeah, we went all the way to Missouri to get his car.
Yep. It was a long haul, that's for sure.
It was fun.
So that's on there. That don't need to be on there. I just want to know if it'll even try.
Now, did you bring a battery?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, jump off, not a battery.
I have a long history of bad results with
That
jump
don't
off.
work. I got cable.
Okay.
Yeah, we go prepared. I wasn't planning on rebuilding the car in your driveway. I was just going to see if it'll
Yeah.
pop off at all.
I
I'll
can
get you
empty
a-
one.
I can chuck down that water that's in there. Ain't much left.
Yeah.
I've got one in my other garage here.
Before I even dump it in, let's see if it'll crank. Let's hope my jump box cooperates today.
I used to have one just like that.
It sometimes likes to be a fucking baby.
Yeah, that's why I said I used to have one like that. Mine wouldn't work if
No
there was
smoke
not...
yet.
Pardon?
No smoke yet. I doubt there's any fuse. Not a thing.
Well, I've cranked it, so
Oh yeah?
yeah. So you check your connections because it's. But when I cranked it, I also gave power to those too.
Gotcha.
The wipers work.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, not my good windshield.
So now you're getting power to the solenoid, but not to the starter. We got to bring this around. Maybe.
Boy, is that ignition? Whoa.
Try it.
Alright, so my jump box is a baby.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Well, we got cables.
I'll bring the car up.
That'll work. At least I don't have to be delicate with this nice hood. But any hood's better than no hood. I think. I laugh if it starts. Which one do you go to? That's way too much. Perfect. I'll grab my cables. Look at all these hooks. Really? Simon wearing your hat?
Looks good, don't he?
I want that jump box like my brother has. That thing works really good.
Works on the most stubborn batteries.
You're still recording.
Mm-hmm.
This looks legit.
Nice.
every day.
Let's see if we can intimidate it as we're starting.
With all that horsepower.
Yeah. This is why I have so many cars. What's a city yard sale?
Oh, is this some Frankensteinery? I tried my best to connect all. Look at this boat. Oh, I bet this ride's nice.
That's what I said. I thought this is a yard sale. I have no idea what I'm even going to do with it.
It's beautiful.
I like it.
It has 52,000 miles on it.
Yeah, we'll see if
That's
we can go just
impressive.
off the battery and my jump box together.
Let's do it.
Oh, yeah, I've got to do this. Oh no, you got that clamped in there.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have ignition. Oh, I see. Oh my gosh, this is stinking there.
This is the deal.
I put the wipers back on just so you know instantly when you had ignition.
Seems like when I connect power to this one, it's not okay with it. It's good monkey wiring. Come on.
Oh, even the back one.
Rare.
That the defrost works too.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
mine don't.
Hold on. All right. Did I hear it hitting a little?
Grab that gas bottle, give him a little extra juice. Seems to like that choke. More gas.
I don't think so. I wouldn't give it any more.
It's gonna vibrate off.
Smooth.
That was floored, but it does run.
I didn't hear any knocks.
I'm thinking the timing is way off. That's probably because if I gotta hold it to the floor to make it run, timing's off.
Can you kick it just a little, see if it gets better? Well, that's a lot.
Yeah, but if it's a tooth off, that ain't a lot.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. You think the valve timing's off.
years. So, I think the distributor needs advanced a tooth. Because I advanced it as far as I can, and it was idling.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. That's enough to make your nipples hard.
T-shirt on backwards. Unless you can hang on to the, it's nice when you can jiggle the rotor. So did you take a picture of the service car here?
I think I got it in the video.
I love that thing.
It's, you know, as heavy as it is, it's amazing how much thrust that engine has got.
Oh yeah.
It will throw you back in the seat.
See, I don't even know if I got it ahead at all. I didn't want to go in.
You want to spin it back the way you had it?
Yeah, I'm thinking it went right back to where it was.
Yeah, hold on. Try it.
I think I made it worse. I don't want to go in. It's giving me a hard time.
Sounds about right. It's the Tercel thing.
To get it in there.
I'm going to let you mess with that. I'm going to gather up what I need to get that fender off.
That'll work. I feel like I'm not getting anywhere with it.
I mean, that's progress right there.
It's firing in a different key.
Yeah. I need to just set the timing back to where it should be. I'm all off now. It's okay.
So you want to see a cute car?
Okay.
It's right over here.
You can walk away for a bit. This is going to be boring. Soon. I'm going to assume that's where it's got to be. I think. Better. They definitely ain't pulling from the tank. I wonder if it'll crank without the flash. Too much juice. Unless it's picking up from the tank now. Because it says it's got almost a half. Quick snap. Well, it seems to run good enough. I might be able to drive it on.
Yeah, if you use low, you know, low.
See? Gotta have confidence. And I'm just a ding-a-ling.
Well,
it ain't running good. And I can see that.
well, I mean, you know,
That dude yanked the old cat off of her because you know those are worth money right now. Sucker.
you know, it's what was it? It's
Oh boy.
what's that? Yeah. Clutch in.
Well, that worked out.
I gotta tell you, once again, that was less painful than I thought it would be.
That's why I said I must have started pulling from the tank. Yeah, I do.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
no way
you-
it ran out. I was
There's
keeping
no
my
way
foot on.
because we didn't even fill a float bowl. It was just in the bottom of the.
Nope, and I only dumped a little bit in, and I was like just staying in the gas to keep it wrapped up. Oh yeah.
It doesn't even smell that stale. Oh, you know what? You're talking about the cat? So the cat was sitting in the back seat. I wasn't going to try and save it. My son goes, "Oh, can I have a cat? I'll go check." And the cat had already been gutted, so.
Oh. Well, this is conveniently easy.
Okay. Take this over.
Oh yeah, babe, you got it on the trailer.
Didn't have to push it.
Didn't have to push it. It did all the work for you.
It's ready to go. It's like, take me. Get me away from that junkyard.
So,
It's like, I'm not ready.
Get me as far away from Kentucky.
I always let people tie on their own cars. You know, it's like, okay, things get ugly. It's just.
Then it's my ass.
Yeah, so here's the story. That little, I'll take you in the garage and show you the car I forced her to look at.
Is that ugly?
And
It's really not.
so anyhow, I got it from North Carolina, and I had a guy I know. I didn't even really know him well. I just met him at a swap meet, but he was a nice guy. We drank a lot of beer together, you know. Anyhow, he was coming up for something else, and he volunteered to bring this car up for me. So he got here, everything, you know, we unloaded the car, it was everything I thought it was going to be, blah, 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 blah. And he was kind of acting a little funny, like he wanted to tell me something. Whatever. He said, I guess it's here and you're satisfied, so I can tell you what happened. He says, I lost it. I said, what do you mean? He says, I stopped at a restaurant, got out of the truck, and the car wasn't on the trailer anymore. I said, you're kidding me? He said, no, the guy you bought the car from tied it down. I didn't check it. And he said, I had to go back and find it. He says, so I'm driving down the road. I went about 8 miles, and there it was, right on it was on the median. It had come off and rolled right up onto the median. And what do you want to do with this?
I'll dump it back in my can.
Okay.
Well, if we're not trying to damage this trailer, we're sure fucking testing it. You know? Wow. What a freaking disaster. Alright, so this is the following day of picking up the car. As you can see, it's still in the trailer. We're going to get it unloaded, and I'm going to try and make another video of maybe a detailed walk around and talk about the plan of what we're going to do with the car. Our plan is probably to save it because it's pretty clean, and I just would rather fix it since it runs and drives. So, want to see more? I guess subscribe, and however long it takes me to post another video, it'll pop up when I do.